Okay, hi everybody. It's Mike again. It's mid-March 2013. We're going to do a quick greenhouse update. In fact, it's March 16th right now. We've had a mild couple of last weeks. The lows at night are in the 30s, mid-30s to 40s, and during the day 70-degree temperatures. So we'll give you a quick rundown on the greenhouse. It's almost been a year. A couple of the fish are a year old, and the greenhouse is really starting to stabilize now. I anticipate another month it'll be very stable. The system will reach full mineralization. So with that, let's go and take a look, and I'll explain a little bit about what's happened this month. And you can see that with the mild snap, everything has gone into bloom. This is the dwarf peach just outside, and he's doing extremely well. If you notice here, look at those blooms. It's incredible. Now, I've been replacing the fish water about every 6 weeks, 20% that is, 20 to 30% of the fish water, when the nitrate levels have hit around 80 to 100. It also helps keep the water clear. I noticed the water was getting a little bit brown, but it seems to have been getting quite a bit better. Last summer was difficult, but just look at this. Look at this since it's had that water on it. Really done well. So let's go in and let's take a quick peek. Greenhouse once again. And I'll reverse here. And here we go. So I've harvested this particular bed. I pulled all the onions out. They weren't very big. This is my experimental bed, and I also harvested all the broccoli out of there, which we got a very good harvest off of that. And some baby jade cabbage. I put some half-pint snow peas in here, and some Romanesco broccoli, and a little bit of butter crunch. They just started. They're a couple weeks old, and I have changed the siphon up. When I cleaned this bed out, the fish water got really cloudy, very bad, and I tried to prevent that from happening. I put in an overflow system, and I drained the bed into 5-gallon buckets just to try to keep that from happening. But just stirring all of the worm castings and the just the detritus from the plants, you could see that it got into the water and got real dirty. But it cleared up in a couple of days. So you can see the siphon working, and I've been watching the water levels here, so it works well. It's on a very long cycle, which means it's on about a half-hour cycle to fill and to drain, which probably isn't that good. So I'm going to do some reworking here as part of the lessons learned. In an effort to speed it up, I added this drain valve here, and it's slightly cracked so that it's always draining some water from the system. We also had a root ball clog up the center tank, so I added these overflow protection just in case. I was working out of town, and Missy calls up and says one of the tanks is overflowing, one of the beds is overflowing. We do have a safety valve on the system so that the fish will be protected. But take a look here. We got some really good growth in just the last couple of weeks. The heads are looking really good. Pretty happy about that. Harvested the rest of the broccoli. I thinned out the peppers, but they're coming back, and you can see the tomatoes are kind of coming on strong. Got some cherry tomatoes. I'm going to get rid of these though. I don't really like them. Strawberries are trying to do their thing. They're just spreading out. Put in some more Romanesco broccoli. We're going to try that out a little bit more. I harvested the main stock of the Brussels sprouts, which were over a year old, and they just weren't getting very big. They ended up looking like that, but they were really delicious. So those are going to come out real quick here. We lost the crawdads. I thought they had hiding spots, but they ended up killing each other, so tore off each other's arms. So that didn't work out. Got to find a better way to keep the crayfish isolated from each other. And the duckweed's doing okay. I harvested a bunch and put it into a new tank that I built a couple weeks ago. And that's going to be our breeder tank, which is another complete aquaponics system. And let's see if I can get you to take a look at the fish. They're doing pretty good. You can see the temperatures have been maintained in the 60s. I haven't had to use the emergency heaters at all. And you can see here what I have it set to. They haven't come on at all this month, which is a good thing. Fish are a little sluggish, but they're doing okay. Let's see if you can take a look at them. Here they are. And they're just hanging out in the bottom. I'll get the GoPro out when I do my lessons learned, and we'll take a look at them from inside the tank. Okay. So with that, let's go look at the new breeder tank that we're putting together. Oh, before we do, let's just take a look at the water quality as it's been stabilizing. I'm only testing once a week now, and this is how the test has been going. So here's the electronic, the blue pen. It says 7.0, but when I had it in the tank on hold, it was 67 degrees at 6.9. Doesn't get much better than that. And it's confirmed with the API Freshwater Master Test Kit. Right there's pH, and you can see it's looking pretty good. I'll just move it over here. And then this is our ammonia. You can see it's almost non-existent, which means I have very good bacterial conversion into nitrates. 0 on the nitrites, which is very harmful to the fish. And here we come up on the nitrates. This is my diary and log for the fish food. As you can see, we're probably in the 25 range parts per million. We can go all the way up to 160. When it hits 80 is usually when I'll do a 20% water change, and it helps fertilize other plants. So that's where we're at. Let me turn the pen off. Okay, let's go look at our new project for this spring. Hopefully we'll be able to breed some of those blue tilapia. So this is the project. Hi Wilbur. How's my dogs? You want to come over here? Come here. How you doing, buddy? Oh, you don't like the camera? All right. So this is it. This is the project. Here's the grow bed. I picked up this modified ebb flow bed, put a complete siphon in it, which works really well. I've learned some critical lessons on building siphons. And this is 2 weeks. This is 2 weeks since I put it. I planted these plants approximately 10 days ago. And this is what you got. Okay? So let me back away and you can see, yeah, we put about $60 of steel into it, brand new. And we bought a 65-gallon tank, an aquarium tank, and we installed that with a 260 GPM little giant pump here, 3/4 tubing valves, and I just put a simple elbow up here where the water comes out. It's running full blast, and you can see there's the temperature. It's right at 72. It's been running, like I said, for a couple weeks here. I just put some water in, so it's a little bit full right now. I have an air stone if we need it. We don't think we do. There's no fish in here right now. We're just allowing the system to cycle. I've added 1 cap full of maxi crop, and I've added a handful, as you can see, of duckweed just to add some ambiance to make it look nice and natural. So I've also added, in addition, dish flow valve. One thing I learned with the other hybrid tank is water needs to constantly flow in the system to keep from having dead spots or anaerobic spots in the tank. That's what this is all about. And the siphon, it's just real critical that it's straight. And if you notice, there's a venturi I built on the bottom, which is a widening that helps aerate, and it really evacuates the water very quickly. In conjunction with that, the standpipe here has a venturi too. So I've taken the 3/4, heated it up, and made a venturi and then sanded it even. So you can see that it's in operation right now. This one cycles about once every 5 minutes. And it moves about 12 gallons. This holds 12 gallons up here now that it's full of the hydroton. So that's it. So that's our quick update. It ended up being 10 minutes long. So next time you see me, we'll hopefully have some fish in the breeder tank, and we will start doing a lessons learned. We'll have at least a year down, a stable system, and we can do the pros and cons of everything that I put into the Aquaponics greenhouse in the Mojave Desert. And we definitely learned some lessons, spent some money probably shouldn't have if I would have known better with what I know today. And it might help you on your journey if you decide to go and build an aquaponics greenhouse. It is kind of fun. So see you next time.